Hey Reshka, I'm just trying to set this up so it displays my chat on the screen. Doesn't seem to be showing. Weird. I've also worked a bit on the quality of the video, so everything should be a bit bigger now and easier to read. So let me know if it does look better. You're from Brazil. Nice to hear from somebody from Brazil. Hey Ian, thank you. Okay, so yesterday after the stream I did like 5 minutes of work on this. The thing I changed was like this vocal progression. Oh, that's supposed to be it like that. I just changed it so that it only goes down on the last note. And the bass progression, yesterday we had it going up like that, and then this was going down to I think the D. And I just thought that it worked a lot better to just let this note play out like that. I think it just fits better. And so now I need to make some sort of an intro for this. Let's see how long this intro is so far. 1 minute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start this off like a lot lower. Maybe we can tease this bit in the intro. Maybe we can just tease it like that. Let's have that repeat. And we have some sort of chords here. Don't think so. Maybe we can use this operator bass here. Hey, bear with me on this. I know it sounds like crap right now. But what I'm gonna do is like filter this. And put like a long delay on it. On one moment, there's someone at my door. I'll be back in a second. Sorry, I'm back now. Do I always make sure the kick is in the key of the track? Or by ear? Yeah, I usually do it by ear. Hey, Oprisa. Thank you. And, okay, this has already got a delay on it, so I'm gonna bring that up. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use this here, but what I might do God, it's hard to. Everything's so big, so much bigger now, so it's kind of hard to look at. Maybe we can take serum and make like just a basic pad or something. Do that with these notes. And this, to EQ this. I might what if we just switch all of this on and like really push it back in the mix with reverb. Like a room reverb. Make it really dark. This screen size is actually really hard for me to work with, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Just make it like 130%. Okay, let me try and filter out a bit of the low end on this. put a bit of a reverb on the high end of this. Let's use a classic Ableton reverb for this one. Okay, then use some sort of a rhythmic loop can go over here. Let's see if we have a look at our drums. I use Ableton Reverb when I just want something like quick and dirty that doesn't have to sound amazing, and because this pad is just like so quiet and in the background, I don't really care if it's like a low quality reverb. All I want to do is just be able to EQ some of the low end out, and that's it really. Just put it in a bit of a space. So if I was like choosing a reverb for my percussion or something, then I would want something a little bit more high quality that I can control nicely. Or if I was using it for a vocal or something and I want it to sound like really amazing, then I would go for something like Valhalla or Pro R or something. Something like that. Maybe cymbal transition is a bit better. I think that one's the best. Maybe now we can enable that. Wonder if we just fade this out in the last bit. Maybe we don't want the hat and the clap to play immediately. Maybe this hat is a bit too aggressive for this section. I'll try some other hats out. Maybe something like that. Compare these two and see which one. Actually, I like the sound of the other one more. Let's fade this little bit off the end. Here we can just yeah, that sounds. Maybe not with those. Maybe what we can do here is just remove the 909 hat and keep these little ones alive. Yeah, I think that 909 clap is like more suited for, I don't know, like tech house and deep house and stuff. It doesn't really fit this melodic style. So I'm just gonna try and find like a longer hat now. It's the same hat. This is 5. just to layer with this one. I like that it has that little this little piece here, slightly swung. It's nice. Maybe we can try widen this. That it feels like it needs to be wider. Just want to check that it's not phasing in mono. It sounds a little bit bad, but let's see how it sounds in the mix. I think it sounds okay in the mix. Maybe not that wide. Let's try like 20. Maybe we should make these into like 16th note hats. Turn these ones down. Yeah, I think this one does sound better, this hat. I think I want the bass to come in like a bit more low passed. I think it's coming in a bit aggressive over there. Let's tone this down. Maybe you can go. And bring this all down a bit. hat is still annoying me. For some reason, I just can't find a nice hat for this track. Let's try something longer over here. See, this is the struggle. Trying to find sounds that work together. Yeah, I think that works better. Try fade it a bit. Yeah. It's raining. Yeah, I need to work on the automation for this thing. That's cool. I'm gonna try something, just putting like endless smile on the master. And just automating it in before the drums hit. Like it. And there was another thing I wanted to do is grab this symbol. Try put that there. That works, but I think it needs a sidechain on it. What I can do is just do that. Maybe a delay, or just a normal delay. Do I use the groove pool much to generate swing? I don't see you using it much in your uploads. That's strange because it's used everywhere in this one. There's the groove applied to this one. And it's not applied to that. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can see the groove has been applied. Got some swing over there. Got the groove applied to this. You can see groove applied here. Yeah. Pretty much use groove on every single tune. I think I only want that long delay on that one. We need to remove the percussion from here. I feel like the snare could be softer. Softer as in like less high end, or softer as in quieter? Can't see it because it's under the donations. It's not actually under the donations, it's there's the groove pool, but I don't like leaving this window open unless I need it. So I'll just close it. Okay, so how's this intro sounding now? Yeah, I think that works quite well. Only thing I kind of feel like doesn't work is this percussion over here. Maybe because it's just a bit dry. Let's hear how it sounds with some room on it. Yeah, just quietly in the background. Do I typically put groove on the same types of instruments? Say always the hats or shakers and never snares, etc. Well, it's a 16th note groove that I'm using in this. So it'll only, like if you look at the hats and divide these bars up into 16th notes, it's only going to be applying groove. So if I commit this, it's only applying to notes that either land there or there. So never those ones. And all my snares land on the 8th notes between the beats. So putting it on a snare would do nothing to it anyway. So yeah, anything that's playing a 16th note pattern will get the groove. Okay, and less high or less loud. Well, we can always try and see how that sounds. does sound a bit better. What I do want to do is just limit this because it's going to be quite dynamic. Yeah, we can probably squash that quite a lot. Yeah, so I don't think like in this kind of a tune the clap doesn't need to have like a giant transient on it because the kick has a transient, so you can usually like squash the clap quite a bit and it'll still sound fine and give you a bit of headroom. Yeah, that sounds without it. Actually a bit louder. Yeah, so you see it sounds pretty much the same. But we've now cleaned up, like, look, minus 60, minus 8. That's a lot of headroom that you now have to work with. So you can get quite a lot more loudness out of it. So wherever there's sounds that you don't think need to have a lot of dynamics on them, you can try and squash them. Like these hats are probably also very peaky. So let's have a look at them. They're not too bad. But let's just see what happens if we squash them a bit. And you just like an EQ. also use some compression on this ARP. Let's just grab a glue compressor. Just want to find the part where it's like at its loudest. Probably over here. Add like 3 dB. Maybe some decapitator. Just to trim the peaks off. So I like to grab Pro L and have a look at the waveform and see what it looks like. So without compression. With compression. That's already saved some headroom. If we add some decapitator to it. See how the decapitator, so in this section there's no decapitator, and then when I enable it, you can see it's nice and flat, it's just sitting around -6 dB. Without it, it's like bouncing all over the place and peaking. And then when you're mastering your tune, all those peaks are hitting the limiter. And the limiter's then squashing down those peaks along with the rest of your track, and then you struggle to get your track sounding like good and loud at the same time. So yeah, I like to just, while I'm writing, often just go through everything and just start compressing it a bit and limiting it and stuff. Adding some saturation. Yeah, I don't need the L2 on here because it's not actually doing anything. I just used it to monitor. So I think that sounds good. You can actually audibly hear that distortion over there, so maybe... Maybe we can just automate that tone. Or the filter, the driver mount maybe. It's just while it's really filtered, what happens is, because that filter's closed, there's like a bump in resonance. You can see here on the EQ. And those peaks is what's hitting the decapitator and then distorting like that. Maybe if we just make this bring down the drive just while that filter's closed, then bring it back up when the filter opens, and we don't have to deal with those peaks. also have a look at this, because it's quite transient. Though it's not too bad. I mean, you can probably limit it. Started sounding bad. A bit less. Yeah, I think it sounds fine, and then there's a little bit more headroom that you've gotten by limiting that. I wonder if we should add some decay to the this envelope. It's like a long decay, like I don't know, 1 second or something. Maybe even longer. So you know, like the only thing hitting that limiter is the kick. I know we kind of transitioned from composing to mixing over here, but might as well do it while I'm interested in it. Where's my kick? Oh. Let's just see. Kick might have a bit too much sub. Can you see like the shape of it? Maybe a touch of compression. I use Pro C2. Looks really nice. Make it a bit bigger, even bigger. Okay, so now we can turn the gain off, increase the attack a bit, and then listen to the sub. Try and increase the attack a bit more. Guess that's a little bit less subby. We've already got more like headroom. Maybe we can bring this whole kick down just by like 1 dB. Actually, what I'm going to do is bring it all the way down and just mix it in until it sounds like a nice level. I think that's fine. It's like quite a bit quieter, but this is not like an aggressive track. It's really chilled. So if you listen to like Lane 8 and all those other guys' music, the kicks are always just like really quiet bumps in the. They're not like right at the front of the mix, like with a dubstep track or something, where the kick is like pounding into the limiter and it's right at the front of the mix. See, now we already have room in the master to just increase the volume. I can see the limiter's reacting probably the most to the bass line when it's like really wide open. So let's go to the bass. Have a look at that bass. I mean, that is quite loud. Let's just have a look in the Pro L. I also want to just have a look at like a Pro Q, where the loudest frequencies are. Yeah, so like compressing this I don't think will really help because it's like quite a sausage already. And I kind of like the dynamics of it, like how it fades down. I'll add like a tiny bit of glue compression to it, just to level it out a touch. And maybe like a dynamic EQ over here just to push down the mids a touch. Especially that one over here. That one can be pushed down a bit. There's another one over there. And now you can see it's gone quite a bit further away from the ceiling. And let's just listen to how it sounds without the compressor and the Pro Q. It sounds a little bit quieter right in the beginning, but it might sound good in the mix. Let's hear. Kickstart's gone out of phase now. Wrong channel. Okay, so maybe we can boost it a touch. Let's just bring these up a little bit. There we go, now that mix is like quite a bit more controlled, and that's just using compression really, like very minor EQ. I'm not gonna like A-B it because there's tons of plugins now on every channel, and that's gonna take me ages to go through and switch them all off, but you can just see how much more headroom I made on the limiter and the master. Before this, I think was like up here. And I think we got like, yeah, almost 5 dB extra out of this. Put some decapitator on this to make it a slight bit dirty. Thanks for the donation, Stefan. Another one. I think that's like the 3rd donation you've given me. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Hope you were around for the mixing lesson. Decapitator's probably a bit strong over here. Where's the decapitator? Let's just make that a new lane and have a look at the diva. The diva frequency? Or is it the EQ auto filter? Yeah. Okay, so let's just do this again over here. Yeah, I'm just going to EQ this a bit because it's most likely got some ringing frequencies. Yeah, that one's quite ugly. So let's just squash that one down a bit. No, 1, 2, I don't like that one. This one's fine. But it's probably just a little bit too strong, so I'm just going to squash it a tiny bit. A few more, I think. Just trying to control all the peaks, really. Just bring that one down a bit. Yeah, you can hear like quite a lot of the ringing's gone now. Just have a look at this one. Something that sounds out of key in this one. Okay, for starters, we really don't need that low note over there. Sidechain still sounds out of time. You know what, I'm just going to get rid of it now. And just switch to a compressor for a bit. Just what's my kick called? Delete that. Sidechain from the kick. Just put an EQ on it so that we're only sidechaining the top end, just the click. Yeah, the kick is just badly mixed with the bass right now. it's time to make a manual sidechain for this. This is my sidechain group. And it's going to put my drum group above the sidechain group. I can see the shape of my kick. I'm going to open this one, grab a utility, and draw the perfect sidechain for this kick. I'm looking at the shape of my kick and then making the sidechain the exact same length. Okay, and this bit can be for the transient to pop through. The rest is for the fade, like for the bounce, or the body, I mean. Actually, what I'm going to do is just make it a bit more pumping. Just have it like in time, make it half the length of the beat. And then for my sub, I'll put another utility on here. Put it in a group. And split it for, between a high and a low band. So it can be my sub, be my top. And then the sub, we can separate them with a multi-brand compressor. This is my favorite multi-brand compressor. And we just listen to where the actual sub is. Wait, why is that? Oh. Okay. I think that's good for a crossover. Maybe we can make this a bit steeper. Maybe I'll bring it a bit higher, like 140 or something. And then turn this off. Because I only want to split the bands up, I don't want to actually compress it now. So that can be our... That's our sub, and then we copy this over the tops. And that's the top. Now the sub will get a different side chain. Nice long side chain. So the same length as the kick. You can duck it completely out the way of the kick. So now you got like a super clean side chain. The kick, and then this side chain handles the rest of the instruments. More relaxed. And let's just unsolo this. Okay. Yeah, how everything sounds. Yeah, so that's a lot clearer. Still feel like the kick is maybe a bit too subby. Where's my kick? Try compress it a bit more. I'm just gonna listen to the low end of the whole track. Just turn it up in my speakers. And watch it in the Pro L and just make sure that there's some separation between the sub of the kick and the sub of my bass. Yeah, so if you look at that, you can see there's the kick sub and there's the bass sub, and they are separated. If you put your fingers on the speakers, like if you're listening through speakers, then you can also feel the bump, like the two different sounds. So the kick is definitely dominating the low end, but that's fine because you usually want to either have your kick dominating the low end or your bass instrument dominating the low end. Maybe we can squash them together a little bit with this band. Just bring it down a little bit. God, I got it fried. So let's just check. So you can see it's just a little bit tighter, like the space between the kick now and the sub. That gets reduced a little bit. A little bit more consistent. Alright. So I think that's bass a little more subby. Let's try turning up the sub. Yes, that's like a basic mix down that I would do. And then probably take a break from it for a couple of days and then listen again and then have another mix down session and master it properly. Compositionally, I don't know if there's anything else I want to change or add or remove. Let me have one more listen through. No wonder. Sidechain is switched off over here. Like, whoa, that sounds bad, and then I realized we have no sidechain. I think all that's left is to make an outro for it, which is just going to be a boring drum outro, something to mix out to. But I'm probably not going to do that now. Yeah, so unless anybody has any questions or anything, probably going to end the stream here for today. I'll wait like a minute or two for you guys to respond. I'll probably also put this project file up on Patreon, I don't know, maybe next week or the week after, whenever I'm finished mixing and mastering it. Add some Julius Malema vocals. That would be amazing. Okay, well, if no one has any questions, then I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching, and catch you guys next time.